Well, as you've heard, I grew up in the world of airlines. I didn't grow up in your world. I spent 15 years in an industry that can be variously described as international, growing, turbulent, exciting, even sexy. It's one of those kind of industries. But in actual fact, while it was many of those things, it was really the best training ground possible for learning how to cope with bad times. Now, let's face it, even in good times, it ain't that good at airlines. And I say that in front of bankers who make tons of money all the time. Well, doesn't feel that way, but come to the airline world. You know, if you can get a profit margin of between 5 and 10% in the airline world, you're a king. It's a huge success. So life is really, in the airline world, it's one external shock after another. I mean, just think about it. Since 2000 in the airline industry, 9/11, SARS, you've forgotten about SARS, skyrocketing oil prices. If you think it's hard, try figuring out how to try to run a business where a quarter to 30 to 40% of your business is on oil prices. It's not a pretty picture, but you know what? If you choose to get involved in that world, it's volatile. That's just the way it is. BA was the best in the world in the 90s when I was there and I was learning. So I had much to be proud of, but you know, it was also a place where if you've never worked outside a big company, you don't realize how lucky you are to have the systems and processes that are in place, the good practices that come from a big company. It's an awesome achievement in an airline like BA, when there are 60 or 70,000 employees, to have thousands of people aligned in a culture that makes sure that every decision you make ensures that the airline is safe every time an aircraft takes off. And BA has that. Okay, that was the good news. Unfortunately, my 10 years at BA also exposed me to a few more of what I would call the negative lessons of business. And I think you might recognize some of them, although I'm sure Barclays is perfect. Okay, let's start at the top. What were some of the things that I wanted to avoid if I ever ran my own show? Well, and we'll start at the top, right? How about leaders? Leaders who sit in their head office and don't understand the realities of business. People who want the perks of working for a big company. You must recognize the type. These are the people who are all talk, no action. Big cars, big offices, lots of words, no action. And these are the people where they actually enjoy all those boring meetings.